When the world sleeps, only a few souls stay awake, not because they fear rest, but because they are busy shaping their destiny. This is the story of one such dreamer and how one sleepless night changed his entire life. The boy who loved to sleep. In a quiet town surrounded by misty hills and slow-moving rivers lived a young man named Ravi. He was intelligent, kind, and full of potential, but lazy. He loved his sleep more than anything. If success had a snooze button, Ravi would have pressed it 1,000 times. Every morning his mother called out, "Ravi, wake up, the sun's already shining," and Ravi would mumble, "5 more minutes, Ma." But those 5 minutes always turned into an hour. He dreamed of becoming a successful entrepreneur, but he spent more time dreaming than doing. His days blurred together, wake up late, rush through tasks, complain about time, and go back to bed tired but unfulfilled. The turning point. One evening, Ravi visited his childhood friend, Vikram, who had recently opened a small cafe. The cafe was bright, lively, and full of people. Vikram greeted him with a proud smile. "Bro, remember when we dreamed of running something like this?" Ravi laughed weakly. "Yeah, but you actually did it." Vikram shrugged. "I just stopped waiting for the right time." "I made time," Ravi asked. "How did you manage all this?" "You were always like me, a late riser." Vikram smiled. "I changed one thing. I started waking up at 4 a.m. Instead of chasing sleep, I chased purpose." Those words hit Ravi like thunder. He realized that while he was sleeping through mornings, his friend was building his future. That night, Ravi couldn't sleep. His mind whispered, "If he can do it, why can't I?" The first 4 a.m. At 3:55 a.m., Ravi's alarm rang. His first instinct was to turn it off, but something stronger pulled him out of bed. He stepped outside. The air was cold, crisp, and peaceful. The world was asleep, but he felt alive. For the first time, he experienced silence with purpose. No distractions, no noise, just him and his dreams. He began reading books, watching tutorials, learning about startups and business ideas. At first, his body resisted, sleepy eyes, yawns, and headaches. But every time he wanted to give up, he remembered Vikram's words. "You don't need more hours in a day. You just need to use the ones you have." The struggle of change. The first few weeks were tough. Ravi's friends mocked him. "Bro, why torture yourself? Sleep is heaven." Ravi smiled and said softly, "Heaven can wait. Right now, I'm chasing life." He started planning his day the night before 4 a.m. Learning, 7 a.m. work, 10 p.m. rest. He discovered how much time he had wasted before. He created a small online store selling handmade crafts his mother used to make. He named it Dream Wake, symbolizing his new lifestyle, to wake up and chase dreams. At first, orders were slow. He doubted himself again. But instead of sleeping over his problems, he worked through them. The sleepless nights. Some nights, Ravi didn't sleep at all. He packed boxes, answered customer emails, and managed deliveries. His mother worried, "You'll fall sick, son." "You need rest." Ravi kissed her forehead and said, "Ma, I rested for years. Now it's time to run." He wasn't chasing money. He was chasing meaning. Soon, his dedication caught attention. A local newspaper featured his story. "Young man turns sleepless nights into success." Orders began flooding in. He hired 2 local artisans. What started in a small room had now turned into a growing business. The reward of discipline. One morning, Vikram visited Ravi's new office, bright, spacious, filled with energy. "Bro, you've come a long way," he said, hugging him. Ravi smiled. "All thanks to your one sentence. I made time." Vikram laughed. "You didn't just make time, you made a life." Ravi nodded. "I learned something important. Success isn't about sleeping less, it's about valuing every minute you're awake. The message. Years later, Ravi was invited to speak at a youth seminar. Standing before hundreds of young faces, he began, "I was once like you, full of dreams but always tired. I thought success would come someday. But the truth is, someday never comes until you decide to wake up." He paused and said, "It's not about sleeping 2 hours or 4 hours. It's about sleeping with peace after a day full of purpose. Sleep less for distractions, but rest enough for dreams." The crowd clapped. Some even teared up. He ended with his signature line, "If you want to rise while others rest, wake up before the world does." Sleep less, achieve more.